And welcome. Good evening and welcome back. And as you can see, we are indoors. We're back here inside at the State Basketball Centre for the grand final of the CLB 3x3 showcase here in conjunction with the WNBL cluster round. My name's Matt McQuaid and I'm joined once again by former WNBL Coach of the Year and former Assistant Coach of the Australian Opals, the great Laurie Chiswick. And Laurie, unfortunately, we had what can only be described as a mini tornado that basically wiped us out, destroyed the marquee and forced us to move inside for these two finals.
Well, it all happened so quickly, Matt. We were just maybe on air commenting about the few drops of rain, and the next thing you know, this gust of wind. Literally, we were hanging on to equipment, our notes, everything went flying, and unbelievable that we were able to get it set up again inside for the final. It certainly has a different feel, but I tell you what, the players are here to win the final, win the $1,000, whether it's inside or outside, isn't going to make any difference to them.
Well, let's talk about, first of all, the women's final will be up first. It'll be Nunawading against Melbourne. Melbourne, we've extolled the virtues of pretty much throughout the event. You know, they have been outstanding. It's been their defense that's won the day. Nunawading, this will actually be our first look at them. The interesting thing is they've played all their games inside. So they won their semi-final against Canberra. Tremendous game, 20-19 that was. It was an absolutely brilliant game, went right down to the wire. But they may have a little bit of an advantage, I guess, over a Melbourne team whose defense has just been stellar.
Well, it has, and it'll be interesting to see if that fatigue factor of playing outside, because at some stages it was really hot out there when that sun came through from the clouds. It, you could see it taking its toll on the players, and Nunawading haven't experienced that. It's almost like they have home court advantage because they've been playing inside.
That's right. Now let's talk a little bit about Nunawading, since we haven't really seen them. The big standout in this team is Hannah Zavic, and you know, this is a girl who's had just a fantastic career in one respect, but then a career that you sort of look at and say it could have been so much more. It's been really cruelled by injuries. But, you know, a WNBL veteran that goes all the way back, played for the AIS. She plays for Nunawading in Siebel, as they all do. Played for the Opals in 2010, 2013. She's a gold medalist at the FIBA Oceania Championships twice. She's played in Hungary, went to the University of Wyoming. She's had, as I said, a terrific career, but it is good to see her back and playing at an elite level. It
is, and I can certainly remember in 2013 her coming into the Opals, and just, you know, she would get herself in such great shape, and then just at the inopportune time something would go with her back, or, I mean, she's so athletic. She's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think we'll see a little bit today of her slicing to the basket, and she's very silky when she goes through the key and is able to have a really nice soft finish.
It was interesting watching that semi-final against Canberra, you know, how dominant she was, and really an inside-outside player, and you saw what was a standout for me, just her vision and the intelligence. I mean, she's just a gamer. There's no doubt about it.
And that's where, you know, her vast experience comes into play and something like that. And even though it's 5-on-5, if you have a high basketball IQ, you have a high basketball IQ, whether you're in the 3-on-3 game or the 5-on-5. And so I think that'll play an important part in this grand final.
And turning to the Melbourne women, and we've been just so impressed by them, particularly how they've gotten after it defensively. They're led by Chelsea Burns, and she's been all over the floor, and Jackie Van Der Zag, sort of a late addition. And then offensively, it's been the O'Reilly show. You know, we talked about
the O'Reilly factor.
The O'Reilly factor,
That's right.
as you pointed out, and really between her and Carly Smith from Canberra, they've sort of been the two standouts from an offensive standpoint. So they're going to be a very tough team to beat in this grand final.
They sort of balance each other out, the teams, as far as experience go. And if we can look at them right now huddling up, across the board, similar in height. So it'll be some good matchups up there. And you can just see them talking some strategy and what they're going to put forward, because they know that $1,000 is up for grabs. So they're going to be keen to get this done.
$1,000 ranking points, and it'll be entry into one of the FIBA tournaments as well. So there's certainly a lot on the line here for these teams, and it's a great example of where 3-on-3 can take you, just the opportunities that are out there now.
Well, and for these players, there isn't really, other than O'Reilly, which we talked about, played for Ireland in the 3x3, they don't have a lot of experience, but haven't they just blossomed in this game, and they've gotten better and better each game, and so you can see how you can just put a team together and pick up the game very quickly and transfer your skills, and who knows where it'll take you.
Matt McQuaid and Laurie Chiswick once again here with you at the State Basketball Centre, and really have to give a shout out to a number of people that have put this tournament on, particularly Matt Hollard and his partner in crime, Yvette Hollard, have been just absolutely outstanding and dealing with all kinds of adversity, Laurie, as we just saw.
Well, I was so impressed how the team everybody just dropped everything to assist and get us moved inside. And what I was most impressed with too, Matt, is a lot of the players came up and were really offering their help. What we can do, what can we take, what can we hold down? And it felt like a real strong community. And I think that's what I've really noticed today, is just the feeling amongst the players. Don't get me wrong, once they're on the court, it is white line fever and they're competitive and want to win. But off the court, it's a bit more, the camaraderie's there, as I say, the way they pitched in to help to in a very interesting situation that happened just so quickly.
And may I say, your good self is definitely one of the MVPs for saving a piece of equipment. You were hanging on to one of the monitors that we had on our desk for grim death, it seemed. It was an amazing situation. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. When I was we had the 3-on-3 event, the Super Series, or Summer Series Grand Final rather, in St Kilda, and that was a lot of wind there, but that was different. That was just cold, and it was constant, whipping straight off Port Phillip Bay. This just came up so suddenly. I mean, it was 1 second, we're sort of looking, it had started raining just a little bit. The next, bang.
We were out of there.
We were out of there.
And typical Melbourne, another, that passed through, and it's really nice out there right now.
It's the old joke, wait 5 minutes.
Anyway, we're inside. We're ready to go for the grand final.
And we're really looking forward to this. The Nunawading Spectres and CLB Melbourne. Nunawading will start us out. So here we go. Straight away, good attack, but great Melbourne defense. Chelsea Burns all over that. O'Reilly, don't leave her alone. Bang. They haven't seen too much of all.
No,
they've been inside. This is the problem.
Exactly. Here we go again.
Once, let it go.
Splash!
And hits another one.
Woo!
Oh, my. All O'Reilly. The O'Reilly factor strikes twice. And in the blink of an eye, Melbourne go up by 3.
You got to love a start to a game like that.
Zavich trying to come back. Oh, great strip. Good hands in there from Chelsea Burns.
Yeah, you have to give this Melbourne team full credit for their defensive endeavor.
And firing away and hitting. And that gets Melbourne on the board. Check that, Nunawading on the board.
And why not 3 for 3?
I'm just in shock. That's 3 in a row.
I tell
you,
just clear the floor, get her the ball, and say go to work.
Well, you think after the third, his bodies fly to the floor, and it'll be.
The thing is she's got such a quick release, and she's so balanced when she catches it. She doesn't need much time.
Well, she's made for this game when you get that quick, that quick out after a made basket even, or a rebound. She's just basically got the green light to launch it, and she's knocking it down. Nice little handoff there. Elbow step back jumper is no good. But they come away with a rebound. Cross-court pass picked off by Zavich. Oh, nice crossover by Hannah Zavich, and she's fouled. And that's that silkiness that you talked about, isn't it, Laurie?
Absolutely. She's got good handles, Hannah. She's quick on the drive, good first step. And, she's going to finish a lot of those and get an and one.
And Nunawading still down 3 after that miss. O'Reilly swings it. Lucy Dawson, and now Chelsea Burns with an up fake and a nice drive to the rack for the point. And it's 6-2. And Melbourne, again, as they've done throughout this tournament, jump out quickly. Out of bounds. That's going to go over to Melbourne. Burns inside. Dawson stripped, gets it somehow to Burns. That's a deep 2, and it's off the back iron. Rebound, Nunawading, they'll reset.
That was a nice,
great drive by
drive.
Jackie Trotto. And it's 6-3. Van der Zag turns into the paint, and she's going to shoot one. Once again, for you, those of you just joining us, shooting fouls are 1 free throw in the 3-on-3 format. We played 10 minutes, 12-second shot clock. And 1 foul, the bonus, until they become 17 fouls, in which case it's 2 foul shots. Zavic pulls up and hits.
That was a tough shot. O'Reilly really had her hand up. Couldn't have done much more.
O'Reilly fires away. Not that time. And check that. It was Lucy Dawson launching that. And it's a tough shot. O'Reilly on the boards, and now it's Van der Zag. O'Reilly, they leave her alone again, and she's short.
Gee, I'm not sure I'd go under the screen on that with O'Reilly.
Just thinking that, actually. Zavic. Oh, what? Jackie Van der Zag kind of reeled away from it. Dawson, O'Reilly. Back to Dawson. Goes up and draws the foul from Hannah Zavic. So Lucy Dawson will shoot the free throw.
You can see that they're making subs a lot more quickly than they have in the other games. And for those of you that have just joined us, you can sub on any dead ball.
8-4, Melbourne up. Oh, good defense. Lucy Dawson, a good hand in there, stripped it from Jackie Trotto, and it'll stay with Nunawading. Zavic looking to go to work. Goes into the paint, throws it up short. It's tough defense from Melbourne. Oh, nice crossover from Orla O'Reilly. Oh, my goodness. He's making a case for MVP, this girl.
Do we have MVP?
We don't, actually, but
well,
she should be.
Exactly.
So I think she's about sewed it up now as Zavic hits one. O'Reilly. Oh, nice little fake, and then comes back underneath, and she'll go to the line. And
she just has such a good feel of the spacing on the court, where her players should be, and they seem to be getting to the spots that, you know, they should be, and just that attacking shooter mentality. Love it.
Makes another one to make it a 5-point lead. 2 in the air, that's short from Tessa Boyd. Gets it back, fires and hits. And a point for Boyd, it's 10-6. O'Reilly. Oh, left hand, do you mind fading in the paint? Not quite on that occasion. Oh, nice crossover there. Kick out, Zavic fades and hits. So Hannah Zavic really keeping Nunawading close.
Nice
pass.
Great little bounce pass.
Excellent pass from Chelsea Burns. Jackie Van der Zag finishes. Things don't happen slowly as Zavic fires away, and all of a sudden it's 11-8, and this game has heated up, Laurie.
Absolutely. Still plenty of time left.
That's an excellent pass, and Jackie
just
Van
took her time on that shot, didn't she? Why not?
She did. Oh, nice hand. Oh, they've called a late foul. She's got a big smile on her face after that one. It'll be Nunawading possession down 4. 5:14 remaining.
I can imagine that there are going to be a few sore bodies tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Both the men's and the women's.
Glennie fires and hits. little bit of a fade, and she just buried it. Dawson posting up. They hack at her, and there's a 3-second violation, so that's a turnover. Things can change quickly in this one.
Be interested to see if any of the teams call a timeout and just try and regroup, or is it just you go with the momentum?
It was a very, very long two from Tessa Boyd. O'Reilly fires, not that time, and Zavic comes away with it. Zavic just knocks over Lucy Dawson and buries it, and it's a 2-point game. 12-10. O'Reilly looking to come right back into the paint, and she'll earn herself a trip to the line for one.
Considering how many games they've played in one day and how tough that is and exerting, pretty impressive in a final the way they're still attacking and still being able to get at it defensively. It's good stuff.
Especially from Melbourne's perspective, you know, in those conditions, very hot day here in Melbourne. And the way they play and just the intensity that you can see it there is Chelsea Burns getting on the floor. And they're just playing with maximum intensity. It's just great to see. Dawson. Here's O'Reilly using the screen.
Nice.
Give and go, beautiful. Can't finish it though. And that's out of bounds. I'm not sure who they're going to give that one to. Looks like it'll be back to CLB Melbourne. Riley, a quick first step. Oh, up and under if you don't mind.
Don't
My
do the
goodness.
easy option. Let's do a little alley-oop in there.
Oh, my goodness. She's just putting on a show now. Oh, O'Reilly. Van der Zag almost saves it. Not quite. Nana Watting comes away with it.
What was the expression you used before? Herky-jerky?
Herky-jerky? No, it was a bit smoother than that play.
It was.
Ooh, just slipping down there. An inopportune time was Lucy Dawson. And it's been so humid here over the last 2 or 3 hours, even though we're in the air-conditioned comfort, almost. It's a bit, the WNBL is actually going on in the show court here at this magnificent facility. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about it. My first time here at Knox, and it is spectacular.
When we started our broadcast, it was a 2-point game between Bendigo and Canberra, so it'll be finished by now. I'm not sure who won.
Yeah, it was close. And actually, I think so, because we've got quite a few people coming watching this game, which is great to see. Coming from the show court and getting involved in some 3-on-3 action with the Champions League. O'Reilly. She knows she's in that mode, Laurie. She's just in an unstoppable mode. She knows nobody can stop her.
Exactly. She knows how to win this. She knows what needs to be done at this time of a game.
That's a nice little...
They're not going to lay down and die, though.
No, nice scoop shot there from Jackie Trotto. Here's O'Reilly inside Van der Zag. Bumps bodies, bangs off the window.
I love the way she dropped her shoulder there before she made that shot.
Exactly.
Initiated the contact, took control.
So this is getting a bit out of hand. At 21 will get them the title. They're at 16 now. Van der Zag, looks like she was fouled by Sherry Glennie. And 5 team fouls for Nunawading. Next one will put him in the penalty. O'Reilly seems to have all sorts of time. Step through, good night. And you talked about the feel for the game, Laurie, and that is, it's a great expression. Her feel for the game is extraordinary. And, you know, this would translate into 5-on-5, clearly.
Well, I think that showed when she played for the Sunbury Jets and they won the championship and she was named in the All-Star 5 for the Big V. So she's, you know, high basketball IQ, as I said, is applicable to either form of the game, and it's on display today.
Van der Zag, back it down in the post. Nice little hesitation, kicks it out. Chelsea Burns on the drive. Van der Zag, baseline J short. Trotto comes away with it. Boyd. Oh, such a tough shot.
You know,
forced it up.
Looking
My
at
word.
at the score, I mean, 2 twos and you're back equal. So it's
and
there
that
we
was
go.
partially blocked. Great play. O'Reilly partially blocked. She's going to come away with that, though. And it's stolen by Zavic. And looks like it wasn't brought back out beyond the 3, so that'll be violation and Melbourne possession. 2:07 left in this terrific grand final. Lucy Dawson
Good
trying
D.
to force away, but excellent defense from Jackie Trotto.
I'm so impressed at this stage of the day, grand final, that they're still able to contain their man, keep them in front, stay low in the stance.
Deep 2 in the way, banked it. No good from Chelsea Burns. And it'll be Nunawading ball. And still plenty of time, 1:56 on the clock.
A nice little 2 here would put a bit of pressure on Melbourne.
I'm going to try and find Zavic. They've got her. Zavic straight to the rack and scores. 17-15. O'Reilly trying to speed it up. Almost travelled. Baseline J, air ball.
Okay.
And here's Zavic.
It's a ball game.
It is. Now a deep 2 in the air.
Ooh.
Just short. Rebound Lucy Dawson. Dawson. Oh, she loses it. Then Nunawading with another chance. 1:29 left. Boyd inside Zavic and fouled. And that's just the 15th foul for Melbourne. So no penalty yet. Both teams will be in the penalty on the next foul. Oh, deep 2 on the way. Oh, again, just short. Not much in it. And here's O'Reilly. This is who you want. Nice
Great
dump pass.
slip.
Oh, the rejection. What a
Hannah
play.
Zavic.
Hannah Zavic with a fantastic rejection. Here's O'Reilly for 3. No. And Nunawading comes away with it again. 1 minute remaining. Zavic pulls up, and that's no good. Rebound Dawson. O'Reilly. They're still going to have to shoot. 12-second shot clock, as we said. O'Reilly pulls back, fires long. Still a chance for Nunawading. Can they hit a 2? Corner 2 in the air, and that's no good.
They've had their opportunities.
3 chances. Oh, Dawson straight to the rack. That's a great take. And she scores, and that could do it. 18-15, still time. There's a foul, though. That'll stop the clock. And
sends her to the line?
It does, I believe, on the 16th foul. That's going to be 1 foul shot. Yeah, 1 foul shot. No, foul shot on the next one, the 7th. Go for 2, why not? Again, just short. Incredible how many opportunities they've had. 23 seconds left. O'Reilly. You have to foul to stop the clock. Chelsea Burns kicks it out. O'Reilly to end it. And it's an air ball. Anticlimactic there, but importantly, did take quite a bit of time off the clock. 13 seconds. Reality is they're going to need a score and a turnover. Zavic at strip right. The star of the tournament, Orla O'Reilly. Van der Zak straight to the hoop and scores. And CLB Melbourne are going to be the champions. And that's it. It's over. A tremendous grand final. And the girls on your screen embrace. They've just secured themselves a nice little check for $1,000 and the title of champions of this CLB 3-on-3 showcase event. And Laurie, just quickly, we're going to stay with you here because the men are going to get on quickly, and that's going to be a heck of a ball game. Townsville, who won in St Kilda, going up against the Dandenong Rangers. But just your quick thoughts on Melbourne winning the title. Well,
I'm so impressed the fact that they've just put this team together. They've never played as a group. The only one with experience is our MVP O'Reilly, and man, she just held that team together. But having said that, we talked about it every time we saw them play. Their defense was phenomenal. And I know that's not a trademark of 3-on-3, but they just got it done so early. And give them full credit because they played out in the heat, and they've come out ahead in this game. Well done. Congratulations to them.
Things happen very, very fast here on Champions League 3-on-3. So coming up in about a minute, you can see the guys warming up on your screen. Peter Crawford and his Townsville Crocodiles, or Townsville Suns to be more accurate, going up against the Dandenong Rangers. Dandenong stunning Auckland in their semi-final. That was a big upset. Auckland favoured to come away with a win here, but Dandenong just stood up to them physically. But in the other semi-final, Townsville just a little too strong for a very game and young Nunawading Spectres outfit. So what are we expecting in this ball game, Laurie?
Well, it's interesting. I guess the matchup that I'll be interested in is Tim Lang and obviously Dylan Stithlock going to have to match up against him. And so certainly Tim has the size, but Dylan has the athleticism. So that'll be one matchup to watch. And of course, PC, you know, see if he's still got the legs in him at the end of the game. I have no doubt he will, shooting his threes and getting to the rack when he has to. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Can you pick it?
It's tough. I was so impressed with Dandenong in that semi-final against Auckland. Just the
toughness. The
toughness they showed, yeah. And
the grittiness, the just getting after it.
And Tim Lang has gotten better the longer the tournament has gone on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Lucas Barker won't take a backward step to anybody. So, as we've seen, so this is going to be an intriguing game. It'll be Dandenong to start us off with Lucas Barker. And here we go, the grand final of the CLB 3x3 showcase here as part of WNBL Cluster Round. Stith using a screen from Crawford. Step through in the paint, so athletic. And Barker tracks that board down. Oh, nice move inside, just from Lang, kind of pushed off. Just that strength. He might have gotten Dylan in the throat there, sort of apologised. Now Stith fires away, and that's long. And a box out from Mitchell Riggs earns the foul. I think he did. He's just holding his throat there.
Yeah, I'm glad the refs didn't call it, though, because they haven't called it all day.
Barker. Riggs. And stolen by Crawford. He's got Stith and just overthrows him, and he saves it with that tremendous athleticism. Now Keating buries a check that Robert Linton splashes. It's Robert Linton. He nails one. Oh, Barker with a crossover, a dump off, and it's out of bounds.
Isn't it great? No matter whether it's 5-on-5 or 3-on-3, the ball goes out of bounds, and both players point in their direction.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big triple, big two.
Big
right
two.
To the end, I'm still saying triple. 2 points for Mitchell Riggs. And Dandenong, another 2, and he's got it. He's on fire. Back-to-back 2s from Mitchell Riggs. Are we going to go for 3?
And 2 turnovers.
Lang's been in there a long time, too long in fact. And that's a turnover.
Call. Good call, Matt.
Well, he camped in there. So
right in front of us.
Right in front of us, so
no,
I don't think it's such a great call.
I'm giving you credit for that.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Keating. They're obviously looking, as you said, Laurie, it's a great call from you, that matchup. As Keating fires, that's back iron, no good, he'll chase that down. But that matchup between Dylan Stith and Tim Lang, critical to this game. And Lang now hammers Keating on the way to the basket. So Tim Keating will shoot 1 free throw, with his team suddenly down by 3 points. I think when you sort of looked at the start of this tournament and who might go through to, definitely thought Townsville, but certainly Dandenong. Oh! There's Tim Keating almost sacrifices his body to save that. But you certainly wouldn't have expected Dandenong. I think you would have expected Darwin, Auckland, we said were going to be really... And Dandenong knocked them off. Dandenong again. Oh, wow. He is absolutely en fuego. This Mitchell Riggs. And Dandenong out by 5. Now Townsville needing to score here to answer. Stith, and it's knocked away. Barker quickly. That's the man you want in the air. And he good again. His 4th 2. Can you believe it? My goodness, Mitchell Riggs is putting on a show.
If you're going to pick a game to be hot, this is the one.
He is nuclear hot right now. Stith just uses that great athletic ability to score the point and earn himself a trip to the line for the N1.
They really needed that basket.
They have been struggling, but I think they've just been shocked by this onslaught from Mitchell Riggs. And they need every point they can get. And that's a bad miss. Now another 2 in the air, and that's long. Stith saves it. And then they lose it out of bounds. So Townsville just looking a little discombobulated at the moment. They've taken a real punch to it in the face and haven't responded as yet. Barker, that's too easy. Straight to the rack and score it, and it's 10-3.
That's what's killing them, is those turnovers.
Another turnover, and Tim Lang says thank you very much and just throws it down.
Wow.
Linton, no good. So Dandenong with an 8-point lead. Oh, nice spin from Tim Lang. Another throw down. The big man having his way inside.
Well, I think that's where Dylan's just got to get back in there to defend him.
So real desperation from Townsville at the moment. And now you get the hot hand in there again, Riggs. But 12-3, and we've still got 6:55 left, so this could be over in a hurry.
Exactly.
Need to get Crawford on track. Keating just fouls Lucas Barker on the rebound. And here's Lang. Riggs, who's been absolutely unconscious. This time straight to the rack, throws it up, and it's knocked out. They're going to say that's going to count. Is the ball, Peter Crawford saying what? But I believe the ball was in the cylinder.
I think that was a little bit of goaltending.
A little bit, yeah. Agreed. Nice ball. Knocked away by that man Riggs again. He's in everything. And turnovers again, just killing Townsville at the moment as Lang just too big and really imposing his will out there.
And every time that there's a Townsville turnover, Dandenong's taking advantage of it, and they're scoring, and hence the score 10 points down.
And here's Tim Lang. Once again, once the score, one team hits 21, they win. Dandenong are 7 points short. PC got to go to really throw up a brick. And they need more out of PC if they're going to get back in this. Another spin move by Lang, just too much for Dylan Stith at the moment. 15-3, and this is just out of hand. Stith forces one up, and no good. Nothing falling for Townsville. Riggs fires away and throws up an air ball, so just to prove he's at least semi-human. Fires away, that's his range, and misses, so he's gone cold. After hitting everything in the first couple of minutes, he'll take a break. And Barker's back out there, so the subs happening really quickly. Crawford in a classic dribble drive to the basket. Finally gets Townsville on the board, but now they leave Lang open and no good. Crawford, Linton. Good defense by Lang, crosses over. No look pass, but Barker was there, knocked it away, fires himself. And there's Lang, just too big inside. Great pass inside and finished off by Curtis Baxter.
This is a bit of a clinic right now by Dandenong. They're just exploiting every mistake that Townsville make. Townsville aren't hitting their shots. Dandenong are getting a good rebound, outletting it quickly to that 2-point line and creating something straight away.
16-4, and I think a little bit in shock here, expecting a much more competitive final. And it has been a one-sided rout so far, but the one thing on Townsville's side, Laurie, is we still have more than 5 minutes left, and
it can change
in a hurry.
But it better start soon.
Well, they've got to get stops. I mean, that's the key, really, is Stith scores 16-5. This is where they need to try and turn the ball over, but they can't on that occasion. Baxter, and you can see Crawford trying to will his team back. Nice pass, straight to the rack. Misses, though. Oh, good rebound by that man again, Mitchell Riggs. And they're 4 points away from ending this.
They need this one.
Linton, 2. Yes, swish, all net. So, big bucket. Makes it a 10-point ball game. And they've still got a long road back. And Barker wasting no time and fouled by Crawford. Crawford asking for the push-off. He's not going to get the joy. And Barker with an opportunity to edge Dandenong 1 point closer to $1,000 and the title of CLB 3x3 Showcase Champions here at the State Basketball Centre. And he knocks it down. 18-7. Good hands. Knocks it away. Still Townsville possession. Stith almost loses it out of bounds. Now he's got a running start on Lang. Lang's right there though, stays with him, forces him to take a really tough contested shot. The ball just slips out of Riggs' hands. Linton, he's got one but can't make that one. Good rebound though of his own miss. And once again, Dandenong just coming away with it. Seem to be getting all the 50-50 balls at the moment.
They certainly are.
Riggs fires and it's long that time. Linton, good defense by Lang again. For a big man, he's moving his feet very, very well. Here's a long two from Keating. That's no good. Rebound by Stith. But Lang just an absolute colossus in there, strips it away. Just an impassable object inside is Tim Lang. He's going to try his luck from 18, and that's no good. Rebound, Stith. Now time becoming a factor. Keating fires and buries a two. 18-9. 3:40 left.
Well, if they continue to get some stops and can score some twos.
That was just a great pick and roll that was executed by Lucas Barker and Tim Lang. Lang just rolled to the basket, picture perfect pick and roll, and he's going to go to the line for the N1. Or for the one, I should say. So one shot. And this is going to get them just that little bit closer. And he misses, though. So Crawford. Keating just hit one, looking for another. And no. Barker, who's really played extremely well, just with a lot of intensity and energy throughout this tournament. Good seal inside and a great find by Riggs to Lang. They're 2 points away. It's 19-9. PC straight to the rack, score it. I don't think I'll worry too much about that.
No, let him go. We just need a two here.
So two will end it. Here's Riggs, even one. Give it to Lang, throw it down. No, lay up. I think he's a bit tired. But it's 20-10. Stith fires, hits, swish. Showing some range.
This is it.
Lang, they foul him. So Peter Crawford's going to make. I'm just looking at this now. It's 16 fouls, so the next one will be in the penalty. But really
surely he was shooting.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. So it's going to be.
That's going to be it.
A shot. So he makes this free throw, and the Dandenong Rangers will be your CLB 3-on-3 showcase champions. No, they're going to. No, they're saying just a normal foul. But again, they can't afford to foul anymore.
Here it is.
Riggs fires and hits. Why not?
Why not him?
He's been outstanding. He knocks it down, and incredibly, the Dandenong Rangers have come away with a victory here. A dominant performance in the grand final. They've defeated the Townsville Suns, CLB Townsville, 22-12. They have won the CLB 3-on-3 showcase here at the State Basketball Centre. Laurie Chiswick, your thoughts?
Well, I love to see the smile on their faces. That was intense. They were really focused that last game. They really capitalized on every opportunity that was given to them. And the fact that it was, you know, whatever, their third, fourth, fifth game, I love the intensity. Great shooting.
We're going to try and get Mitchell Riggs actually to join us.
Yeah.
If we can. Let's see if we can get... Yeah. Laurie's actually going to go and get Mitchell. So I think we need to hear from the man who was the grand final MVP. Just an outstanding performance. They're giving him... So, no, don't worry about that. You've earned that. So, joining us in commentary, Mitchell Riggs, and outstanding performance, mate. Where did that come from? The way you shot the ball, and really that was the key to the game. You know, you got out to a fast start because you hit about, well, they're called twos, but you hit a lot of shots from behind the arc. You know, I mean that was a huge game from you.
Yeah, we spoke before the game. Just said that the team that makes shots early are probably going to get this one, and they beat us early on in the day purely from making 2-pointers. So I was feeling pretty confident myself after the last game, and the boys did a great job of, you know, playing good team basketball. I think some of the other teams want to be individual at times, but we played together last year, so we know each other pretty well, and I think that helped us out a lot.
Well, I think it really showed the fact you capitalized on every every turnover they made, you seemed to know exactly where you were. You certainly got yourself in the right position. Your teammates found you, and then it was just splashing all over.
Yeah, to be honest, we watched New Zealand play a few games throughout the day, and they were really structured. And they sent a guy to the corner every time.
Yeah, we comment on that, yep.
And we sort of watched them do that, and we thought we can implement that a little bit. And, you know, we made shots and got the job done, so it was a really fun day.
Auckland were extremely physical too in that. I mean, how did you guys cope with that? It's because they were physical throughout the tournament, but you really stood up to them.
I think it helped having a big 6'10" fella in the middle.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
So one of their guys was bullying some of the little ones, and we had our big Tim Lang in there, so he took it back at him, and I think, you know, we were pretty confident that if we played well and made some shots, we can beat anyone here today.
Well, I think anytime you have a big presence in there the way Tim Lang was, and that you had to pay attention to him, it opens up your shooters on the outside to be able to knock down those shots.
Absolutely. We spoke before the game and said we played best today when we went through him, because with only 3 defenders, they have to collapse on him, then we kick it out and make a shot or go to the ring. So having him sort of made us a bit different compared to every other team. So, yeah, it worked out well for us, and, yeah, it was a great day.
Well, congratulations. You get the $1,000 split up between the 4 of you, so that's a bit of handy money.
Exactly. Pretty handy around Christmas time.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to love that.
A few extra Christmas presents here and there, so, yeah, that's good as well.
Well, well done. It was a pleasure to watch you guys play. It was a lot of fun.
Great. Thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations. Mitchell Riggs, thanks for joining us and getting the plaudits from his team. And so we now in will be the trophy ceremony. And the two teams who are absolutely outstanding. I mean, Dandenong, a real surprise. I don't think we were too surprised about Melbourne once we saw Orla O'Reilly just do her thing. She was just absolutely sensational. So this has been just a remarkable tournament. And this is the second 3-on-3 for me personally, Laurie, and the standard has just gone to another level. And I mean, that was a few months ago now, but that's the big takeaway for me. And that is obviously that this thing's starting to build, and this thing's starting to gain some traction. And we've already spoken about it. It's part of the Olympic Games in 2020, 3 years away. So what are we going to look like in 3 years? And this is just the start of things.
Well, you know, this is my first tournament, and I've been so impressed with the athleticism, the skill level of the players, just the intensity. I mean, that's hard work for 10 minutes non-stop basketball. You know, their fitness levels, yeah, I've been really impressed, and I think it's only going to gather momentum. You hear about it so much more now. Lots of different tournaments to participate in. This Champions Basketball League is doing very, you know, professional things, getting the standard up. You know, and whilst the 3x3 is in the Olympics, we need to keep working because we have to qualify for that, just like we do in 5-on-5. So whilst we're talking about it, it's not just automatic. But look, the way things are traveling, we want to keep that going and certainly qualify.
So the ubiquitous oversized check being handed to the winners there. CLB Melbourne on the women's side, and then the guys will get theirs in a moment. And nothing quite like winning a title. It really doesn't matter what the scenario. I mean, you've won a couple, you've won a few, you know what it's like, but it doesn't matter, even if it's a social competition. There is so just true. Something about winning that title, isn't it?
And you know, it's you always tell kids when they get into a grand final or something that no matter what level you're playing at, no matter what division, it's tough to make a grand final and tough to win it. And you have to appreciate getting there and being involved in a grand final, and then to go ahead and win it. Yep, you really savor the moment.
And we're just taking some photos here before we get the guys to present, and then we'll be...
Some happy snaps with that check.
Very happy snaps. And that's another thing, you know, it's $1,000, and that, as you know, this thing builds, we'll start seeing more sponsors. Look, I think it's a quality product. It's a great product, and clearly it's been, you know, embraced by a lot of these players. And I mean, that's just going to make things so much better in the future as we see the guys on screen. The victorious Dandenong Rangers receiving their oversized check for $1,000. But yeah, that's what's impressed me the most, is just how these players have embraced this whole concept. And we've got a long way to go before we qualify for the Olympic Games. We've got 3 years, which is, well, let's say 2 years, which is handy. And just another interested observer, a legend of the game, one Tricia Fallon in attendance.
Yes,
taking a photo,
taking pictures of her Dandenong Rangers.
That's
She's
right.
involved at Dandenong, and yeah, certainly a legend of the game. I think that the Rangers did play a real team game. I thought they shared the ball around. Obviously, when we had somebody that was really hot, they got the ball into his hands. Tim was a real presence inside. As I said, they took advantage of turnovers, and I thought they played a very, very smart game. And, of course, helps when you're hitting those shots.
Absolutely.
Those twos.
All right, so we're going to sign out here. I'm Matt McQuaid once again, and thanks for joining us this afternoon on Live Sport Australia, and I certainly hope you've enjoyed the action. This has been an absolute treat for me to broadcast this alongside the great Laurie Chiswick, who I've admired for many years as one of the great coaches in this country and a terrific broadcaster. So that's been a thrill for me to have you as my partner. It's a first for me, so hopefully we get to do that again. And a special shout out, obviously we've talked about Matt Holland and Yvette. They've just done an amazing job for Champions League, but also to Live Sport Australia, the producers, Andrew Seabrook and his team have done a sensational job all throughout this and saving it when we looked like there was going to be a whole bunch of damage to equipment with that mini tornado. But Laurie, any final thoughts from you?
Well, I've really enjoyed it. I didn't quite know what to expect, and I thought, wow, 5 hours straight of commentating, that's going to be fairly brutal, but it's so quick and it's exciting, and each game presents something different. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it, was really happy to be involved with this, very impressed with the professionalism of the organization, the CBL, but also the players and the way they've embraced it, and the camaraderie that's shown, and there's just a great feel. Really enjoyed myself.
And once again, I should also mention a big thank you to the great Body Nodge, to Nathan Stremple, who is just an absolute class act, as is Body. To all the players that came on board
Jumped
with us
in,
and that chipped in, and Luke Schenscher was here and gave of his time, as he always does. So just a fantastic event. So,
and I think we can't forget the referees. The referees do a great job out there. It's a different style of refereeing. They let a lot of things go. And you could see at the end the players were getting a bit grumpy at some of the things they let go, but they were pretty consistent in what they did. So well done to the referees.
So we will sign out on behalf of my broadcast partner, Laurie Chiswick. It's been great to have your company today for the CLB 3x3 showcase here from the State Basketball Centre. Stay safe wherever you are. Good night.